I'm emotional. Want to know why? Because I had to leave LA and come back to this. Anyways, here's my trip. On Wednesday, I spent the night at my parents' so we could leave super early the next morning. So on Thursday, I drove us to the airport and we got on our plane to Chicago. That flight was terrible. There was so much turbulence. I was pretty sure I was gonna break my pop socket because on my phone I just kept like popping it open and shut and like ugh. Finally we landed in Chicago and our connecting flight had been delayed an hour, so we had time to go get food before our 6-hour flight to LAX. But okay, this next flight was so smooth the entire time. It was great. And the scenery, dude, check it out. And then I saw it. I looked out the window and there was Los Angeles. I was so happy. We then got our rental car. It was a super nice car. It was a Nissan Rogue. And I want one. Yep. My dad wants me to get a new car before I move. And that's what I want. I want a Nissan Rogue. Then we headed to our hotel in Pasadena. This was my first impression of LA traffic. Pasadena was 29 miles away. Took us almost 3 hours to get there. As soon as we got to the hotel, we left again to go get supper with my cousin Abby. She's a model and she was in town for business. And then we went back to the hotel and like passed out immediately. We were just so tired from the whole day. Day 2. This was Friday of our trip. We ate at our hotel and then we found the place where I'd be auditioning the next day. There was a Starbucks attached to it. So we went in to get coffee and tea and they said that we could go on into the hall and just have a look around. So we did, and I, of course, sang in the bathroom.
And she'll tease you, she'll unease you, all the better just to please you. She's precocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro-clutch. She's got Greta Garbo, stand offside. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She's got Betty Davis eyes.
Then we went to Koreatown because there's an apartment that I'm looking at in there. I'm on the waiting list for, and I wanted to just look at it from the outside, you know, and just look around the neighborhood. So we explored there, and then after that we went to Fashion District and walked around there with my cousin. Then we got lunch at this cute little Hawaiian restaurant. I bought a new pair of sunglasses at a little shop that literally just sold sunglasses and baby turtles. I really wanted a baby turtle. So I've decided when I move to LA, the first thing I'm gonna do is go buy one of his turtles. Hopefully he's still selling them. They were really cute. Yeah, I want one. But then we went back to the hotel because we had a big day coming up. Day 3, Saturday. Saturday, we woke up super early to get ready, and we were ready and at the audition hall at 4 a.m. The night before, I had convinced my mom that she should also audition, so she was going to. Hey guys, okay, so we're just about to leave the hotel to go audition, and she's gonna audition too.
She talked me into it.
And we were 10th and 11th in line, so it paid off getting there that early. But so early, and it started to rain, so they eventually let us come inside and wait, so that was nice. But it was a super long morning of waiting and waiting and waiting, but we made friends with this girl who was behind us in line. Her name is Minky, and she was just so cool. Like, we love her. We ended up actually going out to eat at In-N-Out with her after. We finally auditioned at 10:20 a.m. I'm probably not going to get in, to be honest, but it's okay. It was a wonderful experience, and I met a lot of great people, and I feel a lot better about moving out there. So we did the promo shot, which took forever. It basically just filmed us walking to these registration desks like 20 to 30 times, and then they put on a fan and had us walk to the registration desk 20 to 30 more times. They weren't even done when we left. We just decided, no, we want to go home. Well, to the hotel home. Yeah. But then we went back to the hotel to rest a little bit. We had planned to go hiking that evening, and so I went and took a shower, and my mom laid down, and I came back out and decided, okay, I'm gonna take a 20-minute nap, and then we can wake up and get ready to go. And so I napped for 20 minutes, and then I woke up, and my mom did not feel good, so we decided to put off going on our hike. Day 4, Sunday came. We didn't do a whole lot that day. Went to the Hollywood sign. My mom would not climb up there with me. I don't know what that was about. And then we went to Venice to see my cousin, because that's where she's staying, and we walked on Venice Beach, and it was very windy, so we didn't spend a lot of time out there. but we also went around to all of the little shops, and I got this. It's really cute. And then went back to our hotel. Then on Monday, we finally went on that hike, and I chose a hike that would lead us to a waterfall. So I'm like, this will be so great, it'll be beautiful. After this super long hike on like what didn't even seem like a trail, it was just like, it just felt like we were walking up a creek, and so there was a lot of water, and we were just like climbing up all of these rocks. After all of that, it wasn't even a waterfall. It was a wet wall. Yeah. So that was a little disappointing. And then we went to the airport. Our flight was like at like 2 something. And so we were there and we were ready. We all get on this airplane, and then we start to leave, like we just like back up, and then they come on and they tell us, oh, the plane is broken, so we have somebody coming to fix it. You guys can get off if you want. Just make sure you stay around the area. Should be fixed in about an hour. Okay, so my mom and I decided to stay on the plane and just hang out there. So we did. After about an hour, they told us, okay, so this plane can't be fixed. We need to get you a new aircraft. Everybody needs to get off so that we can do that. And so we had to get off, and then another 2 hours, and they finally was on the new one. And then we left, and it was just terrible. I remember the moment that the plane left the ground, my heart just sunk. I did not want to leave. These next few months are going to be really tough. I don't want to live here anymore. But we finally landed in Chicago, and we missed our connecting flight, so we had our flight changed to the morning of Tuesday. And so our next flight was going to be like at 7:30 Tuesday morning, and we ended up staying at a hotel that the airport put us up in that night. We slept for like 2 or 3 hours, and then we had to get up and get ready to go back to the airport. And because our shuttle was at like 6, so we got up, got ready, and we were about to head downstairs to go on the shuttle, and my dad called us, and he's like, hey, so I just checked and your new flight has been canceled. We're like, what? So we called the airport and got set up for another flight for 7:45 p.m. And then we went to go talk to the front desk, because we're like, okay, like we don't want to go to the airport right now and then have to stay there all day. So we went down there to see like when we had to check out and then when our last shuttle over there would be. And he's like, okay, well, you have to check out by noon, but the last shuttle over to the airport is at 10 a.m. So we took the 10 a.m. shuttle and spent the entire day at the airport. It was terrible. I was so tired, and I didn't feel comfortable sleeping in the airport in front of a bunch of people. So stayed awake the entire time, watched a lot of Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. And then eventually it was time to take our flight, and we got back to Des Moines, And I drove us back to my parents' house, and I stayed there that night, and then I finally got home the next day. So yeah, it was a long trip, and I'm sorry I didn't post the last video for a really long time. I was just exhausted, and so every spare second I had when I wasn't working, I was just sleeping, and I'm like, no, that's not fair. So yeah, but I'm back, and it was terrible, but like, well, the way back was terrible. So, I mean, we should have just stayed in California, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks.